Thank you for joining me for the formula creation tutorial. This tutorial assumes that you are familiar with how to create ingredients. If you are not, please watch one of the ingredient creation tutorials first because there's some stuff in there that you need to know for this tutorial. Okay, for this tutorial, we're going to build a formula called Immune Plus. So here from the new screen, we select Formula. Now type in Immune Plus, and formulators will know the general desired formula specifications to begin with. So we will enter ingredients according to the formula spec sheets, and then we'll go back and modify what we need to modify. Now, like the components, ingredients are either active or inactive. Typically, the active ingredients show on the supplement facts panel, and inactive ingredients are listed in the ingredient statement. So Immune Plus has 5 ingredients. 4 of them are active and 1 of them is inactive. The first ingredient we're going to add is echinacea. So I type that in, I select it, and enter 100 milligrams active. Now, this is a good time for me to show you how adding an overage affects the calculations. The percent overage option allows us to consider potency loss over time. So if I know that my product shelf life is 3 years and I know my ingredient potency will decrease 10% during that time, I need to add a 10% overage into this column to adjust for that. I right click and select edit and type in 10%. Click return. And now look here in the amount per serving column. The amount per serving is calculated as 100 divided by the reciprocal of the overage. So 100 divided by 0.90, which equals 111.11. This tells me the exact amount of the echinacea I'm going to need to have in the formula in order to get the desired label claim amount. Okay, so I'm going to enter the rest of the formula ingredients here. Search for and select rose hips extract, 100 milligrams, active. Search for and select ascorbic acid, 200 milligrams, active. Search for and select zinc amino acid, chelate, which is 30 milligrams and it's active. And then my last ingredient is microcrystalline cellulose. So I enter that as 25 milligrams, but it's inactive. Now that we have the ingredients and their estimated amounts entered, let's look at the label claim column. This shows you what will appear on your supplement facts label. Remember, it's the active components that correspond to the nutrient amounts on the label, which means I might need to edit some of the components to match what I want the label to say. In this case, vitamin C and zinc are going to need some adjusting. So what I do here is I expand the ingredients and I can see what components were entered with the ingredient. Echinacea and rose hips, they're going to stay as is, so there's no edit to make for those. Now for ascorbic acid, vitamin C is 99.5% of my ingredients, so I need to edit the vitamin C component amount to equal the 200 milligrams that I would like displayed on the label. So I do that by clicking here and entering 200 for vitamin C. For the zinc, the amount of the zinc in the amino acid chelate is about 20%, but I want to see 30 milligrams of zinc on my label. So I'm going to change the zinc component here to 30 grams. Notice when I change the component amount, the label claim amount for the zinc ingredient changes, as does the amount per serving. This again shows me that in order to report 30 milligrams of zinc on the label for this formula, I need this much zinc amino acid chelate in the formula. Once again, the echinacea and rose hips are going to remain as they are. However, you could edit them in the same way if necessary. Now that I have my formula ingredients entered, I'm going to show you a couple more things. Other information about the formula is added up here. I go over the general properties section on the ingredients tutorials, so I'm not going to show you those here. I do want to show you how to enter a serving size, which I will do here. And it is 1 capsule. My servings per container, I'm going to say 60. The prepared amount is used if I have to make adjustments for a formula, such as a protein powder, where the serving is mixed with water, for example, but we're not going to do that here. And in the production section, I can enter the number of containers, which for this one is 20,000. Now, notice when I do that the formula's batch weight and batch cost columns are populated if you have previously entered costs for the ingredient. And that is all I'm going to show you for entering a formula. So click Save, and this concludes our tutorial. Thank you.